Hello and welcome to another video. Today is the day that we're going to start working on this 1972 Pontiac GTO. I have pulled it literally out of the weeds where it's been sitting for a few years. I know the car runs because I had to run it before, so I'm not going to concentrate on that. What we're going to do today is that we're going to take as many body panels as we can out of this car, because the plan will be to lift the body off the frame. We're going to remove the front end, the doors, core support, trunk, bumpers, and everything that we can, so that we can get ready to lift the frame or lift the body off the frame. I need to get the frame looked at real good, make sure it doesn't need anything, clean it up, paint it, and then we're going to start working on the body. We're going to work on the floorboards. I know they're bad. I already have the floorboards. The trunk pan is bad. And then we're going to start working on the body. So for right now, we're going to get started on taking it apart. But before we do that, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I think it's been over a month. I have hurt my knee previously, and I couldn't hardly put any weight on it. So now that I'm feeling better, we're going to start working on this car, and I'm going to show you a quick walk around. So here we go. Just a quick walk around. I think I did a preliminary video on this car, and I showed all the way around, but I think it's pretty neat. You can see all the stuff, debris that was where the car was parked at. It's all over the top there. Just a quick overview here. Someone had replaced this quarter panel. You can see the great work that they've done right here, which is kind of shoddy, but I need to fix all that. But we're not going to get to that yet. It's kind of cool. It's got some Krager SS wheels. They're huge. I don't think they're even bolted correctly, but it's got a big wide wheel here, and the same thing over here on the front. So it looks kind of neat, kind of jacked up. You know, it does have the iconic air vents for the fender for 1972 GTO or a Le Mans with the Endura option on it. This door is kind of crappy. I'm thinking about, did I need another door now that I look at it? Inside the car is got some bunch of stuff everywhere. Need to clean it up. Got some parts. You can see the hole over there on the floorboard and stuff like that. There's the dash. It needs to be all cleaned up. By the time it's said and done, this is going to be a nice little driver car. That's the way they look. It looks towards the back. And let me come around the side here, show you a little bit more before I start taking it apart. This one of the wheels is different than the one in the back. It's got a hole right here on the quarter panel. I do have another quarter panel skin, but I don't know if we should do the whole skin or just to look at this and wire wheel the whole thing, the whole quarter panel, see what we got going on there. Door here has a bunch of bundle on it. But it looks like it lines up decently. Oh, there's some ants. Well, what is that? Yeah, crawling around there. So that's where the car was at. Check that out. And it was just there in the field. Bunch of leaves and debris here. You can see the floor that needs to be replaced. 4-speed shifter there. It is a 4-speed car. This car is a 72 GTO 400 4-speed, and you can see part of the headers through that hole right there. So this is what it looks like. Some rear door panels there. Well, not door panels, rear interior panels. Let's see what else. Here's the other fender on this side. I had replaced this fender from a 1970 model, and I had to put in that scoop there and kind of fix this area here that had a lot of rust. So that was from the old fender, because 1972 is a unique year with those vents. Anyways, it's got that cool looking hood for 1972, 71 with the Endura bumper option. This particular hood is fiberglass. That's the way I bought the car, with the fiberglass hood. It's not bolted on there, it's just kind of laying there. So we're gonna remove all this. It's got the cool front end with the GTO emblem on there. You know, the Endura nose with the quad headlight system. It's pretty neat. So I wanted to show you this before we take it all apart. Of course, the windshield is missing. So I'm gonna set the camera to the side. I'm gonna start just probably removing this hood. The hood is just laying on top, it's real light. So I'm just gonna grab it. Then I'm gonna grab some tools, and we're gonna start taking a whole front end apart. I know it doesn't have all the proper bolts, because when I had this front end off at one time, I just put enough bolts just to keep everything together. So it should go fairly quick. Then we're gonna move to the doors, and then the trunk lid, and then we're gonna go underneath and start removing the bolts that hold the body to the frame. Maybe not all in one video, so but we're gonna take this care of this, and I just want to show you what I got so far. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up on the lift, and I haven't shown you the underside of it, so I think it's good to show you that before we get started. So I already have the car set up on there, so let's lift it up. So let me show you underneath the car. Let me start by showing you here from the back. I had already removed the gas tank before, so there's no gas tank there, but as you can see, it's gonna need a floor pan. You can see the rust holes there and everything. The diff with the rear sway bar, and that's what the frame looks like. That's one of the reasons why I want to take it apart and clean the frame up. Look at that bushing from the frame to the body that needs to be replaced. It's got a lot of surface rust. I don't see any major problems with the frame. I don't see anything, you know, where the frame's all laid up, but it needs a lot of cleaning. You can see that body bushing right there, really bad, needs to be replaced. Cool sway bar for a GTO, or some of the Le Mans had that option. Let me go under here, show you the rest of it. As we move up, you can see the hole there, or the holes in the floorboard, and that's why we got the floors already here that we need to replace them. There's the other side, and see all the holes there. Dry shaft, 4-speed transmission with a Hurst shifter. Headers. I'm not sure about these headers. I might end up putting the exhaust manifolds back on, because it's kind of a pain in the butt, especially on this side where the clutch linkage would go. So got all kinds of spotter webs and stuff hanging out here, but the frame looks really solid. But I want to get it all cleaned up and get this car looking good. There's a disc brake setup. Well, looks intact. Let me hold this up properly. You can see the bushing here. It's tore up. All this is going to be rebuilt, the whole front end, and whatever needs to be done to the suspension. We're going to take care of all that and get everything sorted out properly. I know it's kind of dark here. Hope you can see everything. There's the Pontiac 400 engine. Like I said, I had it running before. You look, someone had put a new fuel pump on it. Let's see this other side with the brakes. And oh, check that out. Some people put the spacers here on the springs. That's when the springs are started to collapse, and they do that to help the springs to get up and to the normal spring height. But we're gonna remove all that. We're gonna replace those springs, I'm sure, to get something decent under here. Moving back some more, and then up. Let me keep on backing up. There's the front bumper, GTO emblem, and that's what it looks like underneath. Let's do this other side. The rocker panels look really good. They look like they're not even rusted. So I feel real good about that. Mainly just a lot of surface rust on them. Yeah, I'm not real happy how this left rear quarter panel looks. I think they did a kind of a not too great of a job by installing it. I may have to remove it, start all new on it. We'll see what happens with that. So that's still down the road. More issues there with the trunk pan and also the trunk drop-offs. That one's totally gone. And let's see this other side. Surprisingly, that one doesn't look that bad. Hole right there on the lower quarter. This looks like the original quarter here. The wheel wells look really good from what I can tell, at least for right now. Here's the other rocker panel. Some surface rust there. You can see some of the original paint. This was like a silver color exterior. I think it's called pewter silver or pewter gray, something like that. I looked it up, but I forget what it was. But that's what it looks like. Let me show you a little bit close up of what I've done with this fender, even though I talked about it before. I took a 1970. Well, the fender on this side was all rotted out, the original fender. And what makes it unique for 1972 is that air vent right there, or air extractor. So I cut out that area of the old fender, which was in real good shape. Well, at least that part of it was. And I went ahead and welded it there in place and put some fiberglass bondo around it. That needs to be finished up. And also over here on the front, because for the Endura bumper is different in this area here, I went ahead and took the chunk out of the old fender that was good and pretty much welded it here in place, and everything lines up really well. It needs to be finished up. That was done a while ago, but it remains to be done. So this is the kind of funky wheels that it had on this side, which is kind of a weird setup, but it's not gonna have that anymore. I do have an original set of 15-inch wheels, the Rally 2s for the Pontiac, and I also have a set of honeycomb wheels that we can do. I done some work on this core support, radiator support. I don't know if you can see, but I did a lot of work on that because it was totally rotted, but that was years ago. So anyway, so I just wanted to show you the underside of it, and look at all that mess where it's been sitting. All kinds of debris hanging from there, kinds of spider webs and stuff, and ants and stuff that it has in there. And so a bunch of ants, some more spider webs right there. I think it's kind of cool. I want to show you all that before we take it all apart. So let me set this camera up where you can see me now when I start taking all this apart. Here we go. So let's lower this car down and start getting ready to take it all apart. You can see some what I'm doing right now. So I'm just gonna grab that hood that is loose, and I'm just gonna lift it off and put it to the side right now. It is fiberglass, so it's pretty light. So get this off here. Let me go to, and my phone is ringing. Don't they know that I'm doing videos here? I always say that. I think it's funny. Let me grab onto this thing. Well, I can't do that right now. How am I gonna grab this thing so big? It's not heavy, it's just big. But I think I'm gonna swing it out this way. Maybe I can grab it here. There we go. Whoa. Sit over here out of the way. At least that's the plan. Okay, struggle with that hood, but got it off. Let me unveil this 400. Put that on there. Put that off to the side. Okay, I want to show you real quick what the engine looks like. Pontiac 400. Like I said, I did have it running. It ran real good. This is an original motor and transmission to this car. So that's what makes this car unique. And we go on this side. I removed the radiator previously. So that's what this car looks like on the engine compartment as well. So I just wanted to show you that before I start taking apart the rest of it. So I'm gonna start with the fenders and set this camera up so you can see what I'm doing. Well, let's start with the bumper actually. Okay. I'm gonna remove these front grills. I think I just had them pushed in there, so they shouldn't even be attached. There you go. Put these in a safe place. So very expensive grills. And now we're gonna. I had already removed 2 of the bolts on this front bumper. There's 2 more bolts left. So let's remove those. And set it somewhere. For right now, you know what? You can set it right here. Oh. Feels like 200 pounds. Very heavy. Now we got the core support left. Got 2 bolts on the bottom, but I need to move this bumper out of the way. Very heavy. They don't build them like they used to, huh? That's why they weigh a ton. I'm gonna lift the car up in the air to get to that core support. Or should I remove these doors now? Yeah, we'll just remove that core support next. Let's go up with this thing. Now we're going to remove the doors. Let's get these doors off. And there you have it, guys. Just like that, we got the doors off. You can see some of the original color paint, which is that silver color. I had before. It just sprayed it here with some regular old paint because I cleaned it up, the surface rust, and I wanted to not do a flash rust, so that's what that is. There's the original data tag on it. And there's another view from for the 400 engine from this side. Now we've got everything off on the front end, and we can take a better look at that frame, at least part of it right here on the front. The wiring is right there bunched up, and that's what it looks like on this side. The frame horn, as we call it, on the front. There it is. It looks nice and straight. There, air conditioning, evaporator core, fan blower. Same thing on this side. You can see the original paint, and that's what it looks like. And where the door used to be, and you can see the giant gaping holes on the floor. Then we need to replace the floors. So that's what it looks like. We're gonna get on this side now, and we're gonna remove the rear bumper and the trunk lid. And let's see what it's gonna take to get this bumper off and trunk. I do have a set of keys for this car. Isn't that amazing? For the trunk and for the ignition. Okay, once I remove this trunk lid, I'm going to show you what it looks like in here, which is kind of a mess. We'll do it like this. So I'm going to show you the back part of this trunk lid, which is kind of rusty. You want to stay there? That better? I don't know if you can see it from there, but all around this lip on the inside is all rusty. It needs to be repaired, or I need to get another trunk lid. It's a shame because it looks like it's the original trunk lid. I can see the original color right here, the silver color. I don't know. It all depends. I might repair that. Everything is repairable, guys. It all depends how much time and effort you want to put into stuff, but that's repairable. Just cut off the rotted stuff, put it back on. It's not going to look 100% like original, but it's going to be usable. So let's get this off here. Here, all that rust stuff in there. You can really see it now. Look at all those big giant rust holes. The outside lip here looks good. That's what I'm saying, that it could be repairable. We'll see. If I come across another nice one, I'll just replace it. Put this to the side for now. And now for the surprise I promised you. And look at all the nice goodies that we got in here. We got quarter windows. It looks like we got some quarter window guides for the window regulator, battery tray, and this glove. When I picked it up earlier, it felt kind of heavy, but it looks like, look at that, a lot of wasps' nests in there, so that's why it's so heavy. And then I don't know what that is. Is it a dead mouse? Who knows? But it's got all this debris of stuff in here. I already know that the trunk pan needs to be replaced. There's some holes right there. So we're gonna remove all this extra parts from here and extra moldings from there. We're gonna remove all that and get this sorted out. Remove everything that is on the inside of the car, in preparation of, you know, getting this ready for body removal. I need to vacuum all that out. And keep going. So far, I think we removed about 1,000 pounds worth of sheet metal and rust. I can see right there on this cross member here on the rear, a lot of people will use towing chains and stuff. Even the tow companies will hook up to this bar here, which is not very sturdy and it'll bend easily. So I need to bend that back in shape, and then I'll do that whenever I have the body off. You can see right here the original color again, like a pewter silver color, and of course the car was painted red, but we're gonna put it back to the original silver color. Okay, let's take a break and then we'll come back. And we are back. I removed everything that was inside the trunk, all the extra spare parts. They're right there, and all the molding, and we're left with a lot of debris all around this area, and we're gonna vacuum all that out. I also want to show you inside here. Remove the parts that were left in there, and that's what we got right now. A bunch of debris because this car was parked outside for a while. I mean, the damage to the floorboards did not happen there. That was already like that. But I'm gonna clean all that up, vacuum everything, vacuum the top. Well, maybe, I don't know about the top, but and then vacuum all this debris here. So we're probably gonna start here in this area. So I'm gonna hold the camera up and try to do this with one hand, and let's see how this is gonna work out. And I'm sure this is probably gonna get very, very loud. Well, you get the idea. I got tired of holding it with one hand and try to vacuum with the other. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set up the camera and see how much you can pick up with that. But I'm going to try to pick up. Did you see how much stuff was inside this defrost vent? It was completely clogged up. So it's not good, but we're going to take all this dash all the way down, and we're going to fix and repair and check everything that needs to be checked and repaired. So let me just set up the camera here, and I'm going to vacuum the inside and the trunk. So here we go. So it's the next day, and yesterday I was trying to get the body mount bolt that goes in this area right here. Let me see if I can get to it, and I wasn't able to get to it because right in that square hole, the one on the front, because the nut behind it was just spinning. And what I had to do on this two, on this side and on the other side, I had to use my torch, my acetylene torch set, to heat up that bolt or nut and remove it, but I was able to get it off. So that's done. I also ended up removing off camera a lot of the items here, the wiring harness of the motor. It goes right there. Disconnected all that, disconnected and remove the power brake, booster, and master cylinder, wiper motor, a bunch of other stuff, you know. So I removed all that, like I was saying, before this camera cut off. There's a brake booster, wiper motor, master cylinder, and then I went inside here and removed the steering column and the floor shifter. And there's a hole for the shifter, where the shifter goes. And I'm about to remove the dash, complete dash. I don't know how it comes off, but I'm gonna look for some nuts, bolts, and screws and get that off of there. Let's see, this is what it looks like on the inside now. And this is the parts that came out of it. An old radio that really, it was not even the original radio. There's a steering column, shifter, and shifter bezel or extension that goes on the floor there. So that's where I'm at right now. So I just wanted to show you that. And we get in, this is all the items that were in the trunk. I cleaned up the trunk and got all the parts out of it. It's in that bucket. And a lot of stainless steel moldings. And the rear quarter glass. Radiator fan shroud. And the trunk area. Get this out of here. You can see where it's got holes in the trunk floor. I'm going to replace this trunk floor and make it look nice. So that's what it looks like for now. So I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on with this car right now. And like I said, I'm about to get into this dash. So we can get that. Oh, and I removed all the bolts from the body underneath that from the frame to the body frame bolts. So this body here, it's ready to be lifted up. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm probably going to use this lift right here to do it with. Probably put it up here some kind of way on the roof area. Oh, maybe not even that. I think it'll go right below here on the underneath on the rocker panel. So that's what I'm about to do. So this is where I'm at right now. I just want to give an update. If you enjoyed this video and you got something positive out of it, please like and subscribe. Thanks for sticking until the end. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.